Now, finally, it's time for our Q&A session. I think we have 10 minutes, if I understand correctly. And there are many, many, many questions. So my colleagues have already started to answer some of your questions directly in the Q&A box, but we would like to give some answers here now as well. And so we have all looked for some interesting questions from your side. So just let me take a look at the first question that we have, which is actually related to EJU. Are we required, now this is for Kyushu University, are we required to take EJU? If yes, what if the student's country does not offer EJU due to the pandemic? So I think maybe Atsumura-san could answer this one.
Yes, hello. Well, EJU is optional. You can submit some other test scores instead of it. We have already released the list of standardized test scores you can submit on the first page of our website. Well, for the details, please take a look at Application Instruction 2022, which will be posted at the end of this month. Okay.
Wonderful, thank you very much. And the next question goes to Professor Drummond. Is there any dual degree program other than with the USA, in ASEAN countries or Central Asia, for example?
At present, no. The only dual degree program we have for the undergraduate program is with the USA. In degree and postgraduate courses, there's a variety of dual degree programs with a range of countries, mainly Southeast Asia, such as Indonesia, Korea, Taiwan, China, Philippines, Malaysia, Egypt, and Sweden as well. So for postgraduates, yes, there is a variety of courses. For undergraduates and IUP programs, sorry, it's only USA at present.
Wonderful, thank you very much. Then we have a question, maybe for Tamura Sensei, I think. Does Kyushu University, is Kyushu University Muslim friendly?
Okay, so I wouldn't say like friendly, but then we have a big number of Muslim students from different countries. So then we have like halal food restaurants on campus, 2 places on campus. And also because of now it's COVID-19 situation, so student cannot use the space for prayers, but so usually like every day student gather to one place and they were doing the prayer. So once the situation has changed, then you can start doing it. And also for shopping, there is a shop which is very close to our campus for halal food. So it's very, I think, supportive. And we have the Student Association of Muslim students, and also we have the Student Association of Indonesian students. So I think there are a lot of like support you can get from the student already studying in our university. Right.
Wonderful, thank you very much. Then we had the question, do we need any knowledge of Japanese before we enter this university? Now, I think the international students gave a good reply to this already. Depending on which program you choose, I think it doesn't, you might need Japanese. If you want to get a Japanese degree, obviously you need Japanese. If you decide to enter the international programs in English only, then it's fine to start off with only English. Of course, we always recommend then during your time studying at the Kyushu University to take Japanese language classes, because it makes life much more fun to understand the language or learn the language in the country you're living. And it will definitely help you for getting a great job afterwards if you can say, oh, I can also speak some Japanese. So but you don't necessarily need Japanese before you come, though it's always nice to have some survival level. Always recommended. Okay, then we have a question related to Drummond Sensei's lecture, actually. So the student writes, interesting topic. I hope my question doesn't sound offending. I'm just curious about the future of this, since the increasing population is surely a challenge for Mother Earth. will there be a point when we can't longer feed everyone on Earth with our technology and we'll need to resort another planet, or we can actually sustain planet Earth like forever with the technologies mentioned?
That's not an offensive question. There isn't really offensive questions. It's actually an excellent question, and I don't think anyone truly knows the answer at the moment. I think one thing to bear in mind is that even current predictions are that world population will tend to level off, and growth in world population will actually probably level and may even start to decline overall. One factor is as countries become more developed, generally the population growth rate decreases, and that's a trend that you see throughout the world as development increases. So I think that with careful management, yes, we can probably cope with the numbers. Is continuous unlimited growth possible? Possibly not, but I don't think we're actually going to reach that situation anyway. So I hope that answers a little bit of what, complex topic, as you can imagine.
Wonderful, thank you very much. And then we have a question for Professor Tamura. Do I have a chance to receive astronauts training course? I have the dream of working at NASA or JAXA.
Well, not necessarily astronaut training, but like in the aerospace engineering department, yeah, you can do the research which related to like aeronautics or aerospace engineering. So it's not, and also you can get the like lectures from like famous astronauts who graduated from university. He's a Mr. Wakata, and he's a visiting professor of university, or like some other like astronaut from JAXA. They sometimes come and visit, and you can get lectures from them.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Now, I know that we have even more questions. I have to tell everyone that we're almost 3,000 people today here in this webinar, and there are many, many questions. I see that a lot of the questions have been answered in the Q&A box. And I know there have been a few questions to Professor Lawrence, actually, but somebody was so kind to answer them already. So check in the Q&A box, because I cannot find the live question anymore. My apologies. So I think, yeah, I think we have some examples of the questions, some things that were very interesting to everyone and that came up quite often. Other than that, please check the Q&A box answered section. I know we weren't able to answer all of your questions, so please email us at the email address and check our websites, and you get a lot of information regarding your questions. Okay, so I think we're gonna come to an end with the Q&A section here. So thank you very much to our speakers and our wonderful audience for your active participation. It's always great to get a lot of questions. Again, we don't have enough time to answer all of those, but please ask us via website or email again.